Welcome everyone to the first anniversary Grand Prix of FRIL. On 26th of January in 2022, a year ago, this league had been created for the first time and open to the public. Since then, we have played host to 2 full seasons of some of the best league racing in the game and have welcomed some of the fastest road races in the world. The first anniversary Grand Prix will take place here in the Tivoli International Circuit for 29 laps of racing around one of the most challenging circuits on this calendar. We've got 19 different corners, 11 to the right and 8 to the left. This circuit is the one with the highest elevation change on the calendar, especially in the uphill section of Sector 1 and the downhill parts of Sector 2. We've only got one DRS zone though today due to some skill issues the drivers may have on the main straight and the run down to turn 5. So Hungary is one of the oldest countries in Europe, being founded in 895. The Hungarian Grand Prix of 1986 was also the first ever Formula 1 race to be hosted behind the Iron Curtain of Eastern Europe. So here's our starting grid for today's first anniversary Grand Prix. Jerri lines up on pole position after a stellar qualifying on Saturday. Stealthy of our Red Bull lines up alongside him in second. The other Red Bull of Chris lines up in third, as Pikachu lines up in fourth for Alpine. Yuri Vips lines up in fifth for McLaren, with Senna alongside him in sixth for Aston Martin. Dom lines up in seventh for Alpine, and Gogo lines up in eighth for Ferrari. Razor lines up in 9th place as Moto lines up in 10th for Aston Martin. Alka lines up in 11th for Williams, as Romza, crashing out in qualifying yesterday, lines up in 12th. ASM lines up in 13th with AMW alongside him on the 7th row. And we lastly have Kazoo in 15th and Ethan in 16th for the final row of the grid. Okay, we've got the 5 lights now ahead of the drivers for the first anniversary Grand Prix. It's going to be lights out and away we go. I think the McLaren there got a really good start in the back there. Saivip's already up a few positions going into turn 1. But it's Jerri who leads the way, followed by the Red Bull cars, I think. No, the Red Bull's gone ahead. So has the McLaren of Saivip. But it's Jerri now losing the positions. That's not a good start that he wanted. Saivip though having a dream start. He's going for the lead of the race. Had a little look to the inside. He's alongside the Red Bull car now of Chris going into the end of this first sector. Chris leading the way, followed by Saivip in second, but Saivip looks like he's got the better exit and now he's up into the lead of this race, but he's got the Red Bull right beside him. Oh my, there was the Alpine there of Pikachu going off the track there. He's lost some positions from that, but the top two still battling away. 210s covering the two of them. Chris still going over the rumble strips, and he's lost the position out to Saivip. Saivip now taking the lead of this race. Saivip started 5th on the grid. Had a great start there on the grid. We might even have to check if he actually jumped the start, but he's now managed to take the lead of this one, and he's got the Red Bull of Chris behind with Jerri in third. So the soft tire is working out really well for the front two. Jerri in the end losing out because of those medium tires. He's got Stealthy though right behind him in 4th. Algat moves up to 5th from 11th on the grid. Really strong race at the moment for Algat here. He's doing a very solid job already up into the top 5. He's got Ethan right behind him in 6th. So Ethan as well moving up a lot of places from 16th on the grid. But then we've got AMW, Gogo in there. The two Alpines having a very poor race, so the championship leaders in the constructors not having a good one whatsoever right now. But Saivip, you can see he's increasing his lead. Behind though, Alka having a look round the outside on Jerri. What a move that was. Alka now takes 3rd place from Jerri. Yeah, Saivip spins out. Saivip bottling it on the curb there. And that's him. His lead is gone now. Alka trying to fight the position with Chris. They were side by side and he's already up into the lead. I think Chris must have also made a mistake, because look at the distance between him and Jerri already has also closed down, and they're going side by side through the final corner now. Alka went round the outside, takes the lead of the race. There's Alka now weaving a bit to break the toe. Chris not following it, and it's Alka now leading the race with the fastest lap. He's already 3/10 ahead of Chris, so Alka from P11 on the grid already back into the lead of this race within just 4 laps. He's looking really good out there at the moment, as Chris is now under attack from the AlphaTauri of Jerri. Jerri trying to go around and getting past the sister Red Bull team, and he has managed to do so. Jerri now up into 2nd place on the medium compound tire, as Chris now falls back to 3rd. And then Stealthy even is now trying to catch up. He's right behind the McLaren. He's got Pikachu right there trying to hold off the Alfa Romeo of Ethan now. The top 7 or so all covered by just 3 seconds. Really close battles around here, as we've got, look at this, 3 cars fighting for what is, I believe, 5th place. Even Cyrip is in that fight a little bit there. As they make their way around the final few corners now. Alka, look at that lead, already a whole second. So he's pulling a huge margin already to the cars behind him. He's got Chris and Cyrip now battling away for this 3rd place of this race. Chris needs a good position now. He was leading the race on the 1st lap. Now he's down in 4th place. He's under pressure now from the Season 1 champion Ethan now, who's trying to move up the grid here. Oh, and Romza's already out. I think Romza, he must have crashed, and we didn't even get to see that. So Romza, that's his championship hopes fading away right now, because Jerri here, he's in 2nd place, and Jerri coming to this weekend was just over 10 points, I believe, behind him in the championship. At the moment, Jerri could be coming out of this one, leading it, and he's on the medium tires, which is a very good race tire, so he could still be on for a very good race at the moment, as he's still only 2 seconds off Alka, but he is being caught up to now by Cyrip, who is, of course, on the soft tires, so those softs won't last forever. He needs to make use of them now, which Alka definitely is. Alka on those soft tires, he's pulling away right now. Look at that gap at the moment, 2.3 seconds already, 3.1 to Cyrip even, and then behind you can see Ethan alongside the Alpine car, and they're going wheel to wheel through the first chicane. Ethan getting a better traction down this back straight now. He's going to have a slipstream from Cyrip and Jerri, and it looks like he's managed to make his way up into 4th place. Chris losing 2 positions already and dropping down to 6th place. So Chris not having a good past few laps here, as Ethan is still trying to actually wave off the Alpine right now. He's still going side by side, going through the S's. Even actually Pikachu might get him back. He does. Pikachu gets him back and gets back up into 4th place. Oh, he might have gotten a cut there actually though. He went really close to the track limits. He manages to avoid that though, and so he's not managed to get a cut, but he has lost time from that. He's now back behind Ethan, and these two are catching up now to Cyrip ahead here for this 3rd place at the moment. As you can see, the gap out in front, I think the gap might be closing down a little bit. Let's see though, as you cross the line, it does. 2.2 now the gap. Cyrip currently, he's under pressure from Ethan and Pikachu behind. How is Dom actually now in 3rd place somehow? I think there was a bit of lag there from his end, because he's currently clearly not in 3rd place. I think he's about 6th or 7th at the moment, around where maybe Gogo should be, as currently Cyrip is the one in 3rd place. Ethan is in 4th place, going really aggressive on the curb though. He's surely going to be losing time from that line there, and so the gap out in front though, 2.1 seconds. So Alka's losing some time out there at the moment to Jerri, as they file their way through the S's currently. 2 seconds now the gap. He's closed down 2/10 so far in the first 2 sectors. Jerri, maybe those medium tires coming to life a little bit against those soft tires, which definitely will be facing a bit of tire wear. You can see behind Cyrip coming into the pits already. That's a really early pit stop for McLaren. We'll see if he can make a good stop though, as behind we've got Pikachu following him in. We've got a whole line of cars coming in actually. We've got Senna coming in as well. So we've got these 3 coming in the earliest cars to come in actually. We've got a Lotus of AMW as well coming in. So that's 4 drivers already into the pits. That is very early indeed to be going off the soft tires. as now that means Gogo is up into 3rd place. So Gogo's actually gone past Ethan, in fact. When did that happen? We must have missed it while we were watching the pit lane. So Gogo now moves up to 3rd place. He's only 4.2 seconds off the leader at the moment of Outguard. Outguard, of course, last season did fight for the win here with Knee, but Knee currently 11.6 seconds behind, so it's not looking good for Knee right now, but his teammate is fighting for this right now. 1.3 seconds now the gap. You can see it's actually closing down as Outguard faked a bit to enter the pits there, you could see. That might not have helped him though. You can see Jerry's right on his gearbox now. As we enter the final corner, Jerry's closing up rapidly. You can see here Jerry crossing the line now. It's 3/10. He gained a full second in that final sector. So Outguard really struggling now. Jerry's side by side for the lead of this race. Jerry trying to go outside now, to the outside, trying to make this one work. It's still wheel to wheel entering the double chicane now. Can Outguard hold on to it? No, Jerry goes swooping round the outside, and Jerry is your new race leader for AlphaTauri. Oh, but he's gotten all out of shape on the curb. I think he did that. And Outguard is still right there beside him, coming round towards the S's now. Jerry just about holding on to the position, and he will retain that 1st place for now. As these two are fighting though. Gogo behind, you can see he's closing up. 2.6 seconds now the gap for the Ferrari driver. So Gogo is currently, of course, on the medium tire as well. So Gogo is on the same strategy at the moment as Jerry. Meanwhile, Outguard's trying to hold on to the tires at the moment. Not looking good for him. I think he must have just gotten a warning there as well. That will not be helpful for him as well. As Jerry currently crosses the line, he now leads the race by 9/10 of a second. So Jerry's race looking very good at the moment. Gogo has fallen back. Gogo is still at 2.6 seconds away, but he's only 1.7 off Outguard now, which is the one to watch because Outguard on those soft tires, I believe, he might be going really long into this race. Currently, no one else on the soft tires. Looks like they're still out on the track here. So at the moment, everyone down from P7 except Kazoo, I believe, have already pitted for a fresh set of tires. Whereas the top 6, barring Outguard, are all on the medium tires. So Outguard is currently the last one to not pit on the soft tires. He's already gone into the 2 digits of the tire wear. You can see it's already 10 laps of this race. He's under pressure now from Gogo, trying to go around the outside. It's side by side now, wheel to wheel action. Coming down to the final few corners. Can Gogo get past Outguard now? He can, and that is now Gogo up into 2nd place of this race, as Outguard just went a bit wide there. That might have been yet another warning for him, but it's not quite a penalty yet. Yes, it is another warning, so Outguard's already on 2 warnings within 2 laps. So he's going to have to be really careful not to get a penalty out of that from the game. As at the moment, Gogo already closing that gap to Jerry even. 2.1 already the gap. Moto's already in actually. Moto on the medium tire. He's come into the pits already. So that's pretty early for him. Let's see how the drivers who have already pitted are doing. So Cybip's on the medium tire. Ethan is also on the mediums. It looks like most of the drivers who did pit are on the mediums. Look at this. You got a bit of a scrap now actually. For this is P9 here. So you've got 2 Alpines and 1 Red Bull at the moment in this fight. Although Senna is actually driving for Aston Martin, not for Alpine. As they make their way around the end of this 1st sector, it looks like I think that's Pikachu, who has already fallen off from this fight right now. As Chris and Senna now battling away for this position. So we'll see how that goes for them over there. As Outguard now comes into the pits. So this is interesting here. He surely has lost a lot of time from that, but he has gone 12 laps into this race already, so he only has to go 17 more laps on, I would guess, a set of mediums maybe, because the hards are not a great tire here, and he does go on the mediums. So Outguard playing an interesting strategy here on the medium tire. Does he think those mediums can go to the end though? We'll have to wait and see. Yes, there's Cyvip and Dom there going past. So Outguard now falls down to 7th place, which should be a net P3 I believe in this race, although Dom I think hasn't pitted yet. So actually Cyvip is your race leader at the moment in terms of the net position, as he's got Outgut right there behind him though, so Outgut still looking possible to challenge for this win here. So currently the top 5 are the ones who still have yet to pit. Everyone else has come into the pits already, so Dom is not looking good for him at the moment. He's already been caught up to by Sivip behind as we enter the final sector. But that's your race leader at the moment, Jerri, cruising out in front right now. Stealthy comes into the pits for Red Bull. Gogo currently 3.1 seconds behind, so while we were watching the other battles, it looks like he's lost half a second somewhere to Jerri, as Ni is all the way back here, 10 seconds behind the leaders. And that's Stealthy who pits now, and he's on the soft tire, so off the mediums and onto the softs. Interesting strategy there for the Red Bull driver as he comes out right ahead of this battle for the lead of this race. I think you can see you've got the 2 Red Bull cars and the McLaren in there. They're all side by side trying to fight for this position now. Actually, I think this is the fight for, what is it, 6th place maybe? As we enter the final bit of this first sector, there was the Red Bull guy going all over the curb there. As they enter the end of this first sector now, this is the fight for 6th place. It's Stealthy currently out in the front of this train, but Senna meanwhile trying to get that position now round the outside, having a little look, can't quite get the move though. Stealthy on the soft tires will be having better handling there, as Gogo now comes into the pits from 2nd place in this race. Jerri on the medium tire, you can see he's actually really struggling out there, but he's already gone half distance on these tires. I would have to guess he might be going for a very aggressive strategy of mediums to hards maybe in this race, so we'll wait to see how that pans out for him. He's got Ni in 2nd as Gogo comes out in 3rd place, I believe, actually, so he hasn't even lost that much from this. So Gogo is actually in a very good position. He's just about ahead of Sivip right now, so he's maintained his position in 3rd place still. That's a really solid job from Ferrari though, as he's under pressure though from Dom, who hasn't stopped yet in this race, trying to get past the Ferrari again, but I don't think he can hold him off for long, as Gogo swoops back into 3rd place, and he will hold on to that podium position for the time being, and maybe he could put up a challenge to try and get an undercut on Jerri. He does get a purple sector. Jerri now into the pits, so currently Gogo he's trying the undercut, I think. Dom currently 2 personal best sectors somehow on a worn set of tires. Jerri now into the pits. Let's see what he's on. He's on the soft tire, so that's Jerri definitely on a 2-stopper at least, as Ni behind you could see as well is into the pits, but he's 10 seconds back, so that's not very important. As there's Gogo now, he's come out right behind Jerri. It's side by side now for the lead of the race, and as they enter the first chicane, they come really close there as they now enter the final parts of this first sector. Jerri trying to hold off the Ferrari's soft tires, fresh and warm right now, trying to get past Jerri. 3/10 now the gap. Gogo puts in the fastest first sector of them all as we enter this middle sector now. He's right behind the AlphaTauri, hitting the bump there actually as well. It's side by side still entering this SS. Gogo now, he's alongside trying to get the move through, but he's set another fastest middle sector. The gap is now just a 10 between these two as we enter the final few corners now. Jerri weaving a bit to try and break the toe. As they enter this final chicane now, Jerri comes out just about ahead. Gogo is still there in the slipstream though. He's definitely got a good run now down this main straight. It's 0.2 of a second. Gogo with a new fastest lap of this Grand Prix. It's a 3 purple sectors for him now as they file their way through the chicane now. 0.2 of a second separate them as we enter yet again this double chicane, where Jerri seems to be losing time to Gogo right now, as they are still nose to tail coming round, and Jerri sets the new fastest first sector, so he's managed to light up those soft tires, and I think that might be it for Gogo here. Half a second already down, but he's still got a chance right now as they enter the S's now. And Gogo responds with another purple sector actually, so he's having a really good race out there at the moment. He's right behind Jerri now. Jerri needs to try and win this one while Romza is out of this race already. and now it's side by side yet again for this lead of this race. And well, we're gonna probably need a complete separate video for this fight, as Jerri now crosses the line. It's nothing between these two now. Gogo trying to go around the outside at the first corner, can't quite get it, but he's got a better run now out of the chicane. Gogo now taking the lead of this race, but can he hold on to it now as we go down the back straight? Gogo looking really good out there at the moment. He started P8 of course after crashing out in qualifying, and now Gogo trying to get through. Can he make his way through? It's still yet again nothing between these two as we enter the SS now. Gogo, look at that. He's just trying to force a way through somewhere, but he can't quite get the move somehow. As we enter the end of this middle sector, Jerri having a squirm on the curb there, still holding on to the lead by a 10. But look at this. It's absolutely nothing still between these two. They've been fighting for a whole lap now, within about a tenth of each other. This is incredible to watch right now between the two drivers as they enter the final corner now. It's still nothing between these two right now. Jerri looks like he's... Oh wait, that's Gogo. Gogo's slowed down. Gogo got a cut now. So I think he's not... he's gonna lose so much time. That's a huge shame for him now. But he's still got a long way to go in this race. So he's still got a chance to try and catch up right now. So that's not over yet. That is just round 1 of this battle. And we'll see if he can keep up with Jerri in the rest of this race. As behind we have, we've got the two McLarens are really close together right now. We've got Algat leading this train at the moment. He's got Cyvip, Razor, Chris, Pikachu, Senna, Nee, and Ethan somehow in this train. What happened to Ethan actually? I think Ethan must have screwed up somewhere now. He's down out of the points actually, even behind the likes of Nee here. Alright, so at the moment we've got Dom and Stealthy. These two are half a second apart right now for this third place here. Then we have Cyvip and Razor about a further half a second between these two in 6th and 7th. And then Nee and Senna are fighting currently for the 9th place here. So Moto's in again. Not sure why he isn't. Oh, he's on the soft tire. So Moto seems like he's not doing really good at the moment. He's struggling out there for pace here. He's on another set of medium tires, so he's, I think, going to the end of this race on that set of mediums. And he comes out of the pits now. We'll see where he can go with that set of medium tires. As there's Jerri currently leading this race. 4.7 the gap for him to Gogo. He's got Kazoo there actually, who is about to get lapped. So Kazoo, well, Kazoo is actually still driver for Alpha Tauri, but he's currently in the Mercedes car for this weekend. But it looks like he's not really doing a great job out there. 63 seconds behind Jerri, who is right there as well, who's already coming up to lap him. So it's not been a great day for Kazoo right now. Plum last at the moment in this race, and he's already been lapped by Jerri, and soon he'll be lapped by Gogo. As Pikachu is into the pits. Oh, Pikachu lost his wing. So that's not great for Pikachu. He was, I believe, in the points actually, but now he's dropped out of them. He's down in 13th. Even Moto's actually going to get past him on those fresh set of medium tires. So not ideal for Alpine right now. Although they do have one driver in Dom still in 3rd place. As behind we've got oh, I think that was Nee who had a penalty there. He had to serve. So he was, I was about to say he was fighting with Cyvip there for 7th place, but he's dropped back now because of those penalties. And he's dropped back behind Chris. It looks like Stealthy now into the pits off those soft tires already. So Stealthy, even though he was on the medium tire, he's not managed to make those softs last very long there. As he's pitted now, let's see what he's on. Another set of soft tires. So I believe he thinks that he can make those soft tires go to the end of this race. We'll see if he can. As he comes out alongside, I think that was Senna in P10. As at the moment, Jerri extending his lead out there, 5.7 the gap now to Gogo. So he's doing a very solid job out there at the moment of extending this lead. Gogo, meanwhile, has gotten another cut already. So that's not ideal for him here. He needs to avoid trying to get another penalty. Out there is Dom and Outgut now, side by side for third place in this race. They're going through the S's now. Outgut swooping into third place of this race. As our race leader Jerri is into the pits. So off the medium tires, the soft tires he was on now. Gogo as well coming into the pits. So these two are pitting together here. Jerri's on another set of soft tires. And Gogo, I would presume, would have to do the same thing if he wants any shot at winning this race. And yes, he does go on another set of softs. You can see behind though, Dom and Alka coming into the pits at the same time. Razor as well is into the pits. As I think that was Ni coming past. So he's not pitted in this race. He comes out behind Gogo now, so he's moved up to third place. But he probably needs to stop again in this race on those soft tires. As meanwhile, Stealthy is in fourth. Outgut currently comes out, I believe that is fifth place. And then Dom actually had a really poor stop there. You can see Dom's already 5 seconds off down the road from Outgut. So Dom, what has happened to him there? He's had a really shocking pit lane there. Gogo as well, actually. He's already 10 seconds off Jerri. Jerri's just having a huge lead at the moment here. He could be on for the biggest race winning margin even. And at the most crucial moment as well. As at the moment, we've got a bit of a fight going on here. Dom trying to hold off the two McLarens right now. He's in a McLaren sandwich here as we enter the SS now. Let's see if he can hold on to it. He's already lost out the position. Oh, that was the McLaren going on two wheels there. What was that there from Cybip? I think that was. It was Cybip. Somehow he saved it there. That's the Razor as well who's lost it on the rumble strips. And Dom now back into sixth place somehow out of all of that. We've got the Red Bull of Chris there ready to pounce as well if he wants to. As Ni currently into the pits. I would guess for another set of soft tires. As currently we've got Dom now coming down the back straight. Oh, there's Ni actually. Ni has not lost too much. He's currently in this fight now. He comes out right in the middle of this one right now. As Dom is the one leading this train now. He's got the Razor, Cybit, Chris and Ni right behind him in this train here. Oh, Gogo currently setting 2 purple sectors. I think this might be the fastest lap right here for Gogo here if he can hold on to it now as he crosses the line. Let's see if this is going to be the new fastest lap of this race. It will be. And he's gained an 8/10 of a second in that final sector to Jerri. That's a new fastest lap of this race. That was a very solid one for him there. And you can see there's Kazoo. He's already going to get lapped again. Oh! And it's going to be a bit of drizzling here. How is it actually? So, we had a 10% chance of rain. And it is going to be drizzling a little bit now. But I don't think this is going to have too much of an impact. It might make it a bit more risky though out there to be pushing. You can see the rain chance going. The rain is going up a little bit right now. As meanwhile behind we've got Dom weaving about trying to break the toe here. He's in this first sector. Jerri's already finishing his next on his lap right now. As they're going side by side now, going around the end of this first sector now. It's currently going to be Dom who is still at the head of this train. We've got Razor in P6, Cybip in P7. So this is very good for him at the moment. So the safety car window has closed now, so the safety car will not be coming out in this race. Surprise, surprise. As I think Gogo actually got another penalty. You can see he's 14.9 seconds now behind Jerri. So it's been a very scruffy race for Gogo, but he is still in a podium position. Jerri though, he's just in cruise control out in front. He's just had the most simple race out in front that he could have ever asked for. He's currently getting 25 points over the opposition right now. And this is very important in the championship scale. Gogo now 15.7 seconds behind. This surely has to be a new record for the longest race winning margin. Of course, at the moment, the longest race winning margin is 13.033 seconds by Sogilik in Season 1. So it's clear that Hungary has something to do with this longest race winning record margin, as currently he's setting the biggest winning margin here. You can see Jerri already coming down to the end of this first sector. Gogo just starting his lap already. So we've got 4 laps currently, including this one. Meanwhile, though, behind we've got Sivip and Razor fighting for this position. We've got Kazoo in there as well, who's supposed to be a lap down. Of course, no blue flag rules here, so Kazoo doesn't need to slow down for them as they enter the double chicane now. We've got Dom right in front of this fight here, who will be trying to defend again. These three have been inseparable in this third stint of this race. Is there someone who went wide there? But I didn't manage to catch that. The two McLarens still battling away. Kazoo's now dropped back from this fight now, so he's not enjoying it out there. As Razor going off the track hits the sausage curbs, comes out behind Kazoo again, so he's not going to be happy with that. As Sivip now is up into 6th place. As Dom currently will be definitely happy with that. He's 2 seconds now clear of Sivip behind, and another 2 seconds to Razor. So Dom, who was on for what looked like was going to be 5th place, is unfortunately down. He was on for 3rd place, but he is currently down in 5th, unfortunately for him. As you can see, Razor in the background really losing a lot of time now to these two here. As Sivip is trying to close back up to the Alpine driver ahead of him. In fact, now Sivip's actually got a good run on Dom here. He's only 1.2 seconds behind. Doesn't really look like it though, actually. On our screens you can see Dom is not really that far ahead. It looks like it's under a second, in fact. So I think Dom might be lagging a little bit right now as we enter the final sector currently, as Jerri's crossed the line to start the penultimate lap of this race already. So it's been one of the most, you could say, boring races in this league. But we've still had some good midfield fighting right now. So now the gap between Sivip and Dom has gone up to 1.4 seconds. So it's not looking great for Sivip right now. He still has 2 laps to catch that up though. So he's not, it's not over yet. Alga's also not too far up the road, so Alga needs to make sure not to lose too much time out there to the drivers behind him here. As you can see, Sivip just trying to close up in the double chicane, but it's not really enough at the moment now. Right then, so Jerri currently on the last lap of this race here. You can see he's already up to lap AMW right now, and he does so with ease now as we enter the middle sector here. Jerri is 16.2 seconds ahead of Gogo right now. This has been such a dominant race for the AlphaTauri driver as he's entering the final sector now. Gogo is still trying to chip away at the lead, but it's not going to be enough. As all eyes will be on Jerri right now, coming down to the final few corners. It's been a very dominant show for Jerri here. Romza didn't even manage to finish the first 5 laps, Evan hasn't managed to join the race. Jerri crosses the line to win and set a new record for the longest winning margin. You can see Gogo only now coming around the final corner. It has been one of the most boring races, but Gogo coming across the line, Go Goat as they call him now, is gonna cross the line and get the second position in this race. Outcut behind will come across the line to finish in third and hold off Stealthy for this position right now. In fact, actually Stealthy lost out the position. Stealthy was supposed to be in third place and he lost out at there. As Dom finishes in 5th place, Cybip finishes in 6th, Razor crosses the line to finish in 7th. But has Chris lost time? Actually, he has. Senna is now gonna finish in 8th place. Nee currently, Nee has a penalty. Chris crosses the line to finish in 9th. Nee will just about hold off ASM to finish in P10, and ASM finishes in 11th as Ethan comes home to finish in 12th. Pikachu finishes in 13th with Moto down in 14th. So Jerri is your winner for the first Anniversary Grand Prix with the new longest race winning margin of 16.7 seconds. And that means in the Drivers' Championship, Jerri will be first with 93 points, Romza in second. That means AlphaTauri now lead by 15 points to Alpine in second, with Lotus trailing behind in third.